Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is going to be our last lesson in the Revit Basics series. Okay, and this is to basically help you finish off the print and produce something. Okay, so this lesson is about printing sheets. Um, the principles do apply to not just sheets but other views, but we're just going to print a sheet today in this lesson. Right, so as it is an online lesson, we're going to be printing to PDF, so we'll create a PDF. But if you wanted to print to paper, the process is the same. You'll just choose a different printer. Now, if you don't have a PDF printer, I can highly recommend Bullzip, okay, from www.bullzip.com. It's free, easy to use, and does not come with any malware or bloatware or anything else. It is just a printer, and it works really, really well. Okay, I've been using it for probably about 10 years, never had a problem with it. Okay. Also, please don't forget to obviously like, subscribe, share the channel so I can keep helping students and professionals. Okay, let's get stuck into it. Right, so in my project browser, I am going to double click on A101 here, which is the sheet that we populated previously. Okay, so it's an A0 sheet, and I know that by clicking on the sheet, and it tells me here in the properties that it's an A0 metric AUS designed for the Australian market. Okay, we've got the ground floor plan, we've got 4 elevations, and we've got a sectional view as well. Okay, right, pathways to printing. We've got 3 immediate choices. Okay, so number 1 is I can click in the quick access bar at the top here. I can click on the print command there. So that's number 1. I can go File, Print, and print there. Option number 2. Or I can go Control P for print as well. Okay, which is standard Windows command. Yeah. So here is the print dialog. Yeah. Now, before we do anything in here, what I want to do is go into the settings. Okay, it's the first place we're going to go. Last on the list in the window, but first place to really go in here. So, go settings. You'll see there it says default. Click setup. Right. Main thing here is that we're going to make sure we get the right paper size. Okay, so at the moment it's defaulting to letter. That's going to be way too small. So I want to click down here. Okay. Now this list here depends on the printer that you are using. So this is why I use Bullzip PDF, because it has a really comprehensive list of default paper sizes. Right. So I have one there, A0. That is what I want. Okay. Remember, my sheet is A0. The paper size needs to be A0 as well. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is, well, actually first up, you'll see here paper placement. You'll see that it's centered. Okay. That sounds logical to us. But on the zoom here, I want to make sure that we zoom exactly to scale. Okay. So fit to page is really dangerous. Okay. So I'm going to click on zoom, and I want to make sure that it is 100%. Okay, so that's basically printing to scale. Now, if we come back to paper placement, you'll see that it automatically jumped. Once I click the zoom button, it jumped from center to offset. Now I want to go back and change that to center. We're still zooming at 100%, and now we are centering the print into the middle, into the page. Okay. There's nothing else we need to change here for this sheet, okay, but there are a lot of options available to us. We will look at those later on. Okay, so I'm just going to go OK. That's going to accept the setup changes that we have done. Okay. This one here, it says combine multiple selected views into a single file. That's fine. We'll just do that because we're only going to select the current window. Okay, so the print range, what do we want to print? We are just going to print this one here, the current window. And what I'm going to do here is click on the preview button to make sure that it's going to appear correctly. So click on that. Perfect. Okay. There's a little bit of feathering around the edge there, but that's not going to make a huge difference. But we can clearly see everything that we need to print. Yeah. Now to go back to the print dialog, don't press close because that will actually shut down the entire print process. Go back to print. Okay. Let's do a final check. Okay, let's go back to our setup. Printer, full zip, yes. Size A0, yes. Zoom, 100%. Paper placement, we're going to center it. Excellent. Happy with that. Click OK. The printer there is the bullzip. If you wanted to use a physical printer, then you would go down here. This one here is my little A4 printer. It would never work for this, but you can choose your printers there. We're going to print the current window, and because we're only printing one sheet, it's just going to put everything into one file anyway. Right. All we need to do now is click the OK button to actually print. Yeah. So this popped up on my other screen. Okay. Where do we want to place the file? Okay, so this is your file location. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I'm going to put this into onto my desktop and go save. Right. So that should put that onto my desktop somewhere. No, that's actually not going to go in the right place. Oh, there we go. We'll go desktop, save. Okay. Nothing else I need to do. We're just keeping it really, really simple, and then save. Okay, I heard a little ding dong, which was telling me that everything was done, and it printed on my other screen. Yeah, there we go. So just control middle mouse button to scroll out. So here we have that's what Revit was told to print, and there is the result. And if I zoom in, okay, we can very, very clearly see the results. Okay, and everything's looking nice and clear and clean and crisp. Okay, so it is a good print result. Okay. Right, so that concludes this lesson, and as I mentioned before, it also concludes the series, okay, of just really how to use Revit in the simplest terms possible. Everything's out of the box. We haven't manipulated anything. So, but I feel it's a good start. What I'm going to do next is we're going to create another series, and that will involve a project from start to finish, utilizing a new site, but it's not going to be just Revit. It's actually going to be about building design and design in general. Okay, but we'll tackle that in the next video. Um, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching these videos. Please remember, if you would like to subscribe, like, pass this on to your colleagues or anything like that. Um, Anything to help grow the channel and for me to help other designers is always greatly appreciated. It's what I love to do. Okay, but until then, we will see you later.